So guys, I am with Anwar. We are outside his property here in Manchester. Last month, this property made Anwar £2,200 in profit, and he's going to be speaking to you guys how he managed to get this unit, the problems he's faced, and how it's doing now.
Come on guys, follow us. We've got a 3-bed, semi-D.
Exactly how you got this deal first.
I found that on Open Rent, and it's one of the 3 properties I had lined up to view. Did my numbers and it made some sense, so I thought, okay, let's go and see the landlord. It was the second landlord that I saw. The first one was in Crumsall, more closer to city centre. He wanted more rent. This one wanted £1,300, the other one wanted £1,450. I thought, all right, the other one looked quite bad, this looked better, so I had to outweigh which one I wanted. Negotiated, and he came to 1,100 quid. I just simply asked him, how much do you want for it? So he said, I want £1,350, as I've put it on the Open Rent. I've got somebody else coming who's willing to give me 6 months upfront rent. So I thought, right, this is going out my hands. I said to him, how well do you know him? He says, I don't know him. You know, landlords suffer from Section 21. Do you want to go through that? You've just told me 6 months your property has been empty. So I was asking him questions to find out who he is, what he does, and how long he's had this house for.
Okay.
So when I found out that he's had this house since 2007, so I knew he wasn't bothered about finance because he wanted regular income. So I said to him, I can guarantee you £1,100 every month, eyes closed, between 1st and the 5th. So he's like, okay. I says, look, I need this doing, so I need at least 3 weeks of grace period. He agreed, because the ground front was like a jungle. The back was like a mess, complete bushes everywhere, overgrown. Front had soil higher than me. I thought to myself, you know what, he's agreed to it. Then I said, you do the front, I'll do the back. He agreed to that. I fenced all the back, so he knew that I was going to have to do some work.
How did you actually close the deal then?
When I came to view, I was trying to find out how long he's had it for, how many more properties he's got, what problems he encounters, does he go through agency, which agency does he use, how much does he pay. The more you know about the landlord, the better you can approach. And if anyone's done sales before, it's not what you're selling, it's you're actually trying to find more about their problems.
Yes.
To get into solving the problem. So when I turned around and said to him, I can assure you, and I did a cheeky one there, I showed your website, this is my mentor, this is who I've been trained by, and this is what we're duplicating in Manchester. And it worked wonders. Then was keeping my word.
Yeah.
Liaising with him, WhatsApp messages, and communicating, updating. Even now, as I'm coming here today, he knows I'm here today. So
you have that good communication with the landlord. Why is that so important?
Hey, I'll tell you straight, he's already offering me a 2-bed bungalow in Manchester city centre for £1,000 with the drive. So why would I not do that? So
let's talk about you renovating and the furniture. How much did it cost to renovate the property? So what I mean by renovate, I mean maybe doing the garden up, floors in, painting, and then if you can give another cost for what the furniture was.
The furnishing, from the top of my head, 5. Wallpaper, paint, furnishing. The mattress was separate because I've got unique massage mattresses in my beds.
I would say that's maybe the average cost for furnishing a unit the size of this. And then you also mentioned that you had renovated the driveway,
Driveway and the back, yeah. That alone was £2,900.
From the figures that you've worked out, how much are you currently charging per night in this unit?
Last month I charged £150 a night, which I think was probably reasonable for 6 guests. But this month it's looking quiet, so I reduced it to £123 a night. Okay,
so you've spent around £10,000 on this unit. How much are you looking to make from this unit, from the research that you've done, from the deal analysis throughout the whole year?
I need 40% occupancy to cover the cost. Anything above that is profit.
Okay.
Ideally I want to be in the region of 65-70%.
What would you say that is in profit?
About £1,000 a month.
Okay, if you were to continue like that, then you would be making your investment back within, let's say, the next 10 months. What type of guests this property attracts?
So far it's attracted family. So the 2 people that came in, family, and the 3rd one that's coming next week is a family.
Okay, why do you think it's attracting families?
Maybe because it's a house and it's got enough rooms.
Has the location got anything to do with it?
Possibility, because it's just close to M62, close to Manchester, tram station, it's got parking, you can park outside so you've got no parking tickets or anything to worry about. And very nice quiet area as well, so it's more of a family orientated area.
Okay, what's been the biggest booking you've received?
25 days.
And how much did you receive for that booking?
£3,200.
£3,200? How much profit did that make you?
2,000. That paid for my last month's rent.
And the bills as well, right? Moving on now, I want to speak more about the trouble that you've had. Everyone hears about the good side of starting an Airbnb business, but there's actually some downsides, right?
Oh, there's loads of downsides.
Yeah.
And if you guys are watching, don't take it as an easy ride. Committed, you have to be. Dedicated, you have to be. And you have to have plan B.
So, can you share with us the struggles you went through when you got this unit?
Starting off with the builders, they are the biggest liars. I thought the politicians were, but no, they are the biggest liars. They will give you the world, but they won't be there. Be prepared to have your hands dirty, full stop. So I gave up on the builders after the first initial thing, the painting, decorating.
Did they do anything inside? Did they renovate anything?
No, it was me.
Okay.
So finish work, come home, get changed, out here. Sometimes I'd leave a net here.
You've done a good job. So you spent £2,000 on the driveway and the builders kind of messed you around. Why do you think that happened? Do you think that you made a mistake when it came to paying the builders upfront?
I think that would probably be a lesson learned. Don't give them upfront. Probably negotiate a couple of £100. Nobody's going to do work without touching upfront. Don't even entertain them. And Gumtree and other platforms, there's so many people out there scamming people, so just be careful. On
Gumtree and on Facebook, there are a lot of scams where people are pretending to rent a property and they are looking for people that are wanting to start Airbnb, and they know that those people could be quite desperate to get a deal in. So how can people protect themselves from the scams online, from the properties that are being rented?
If you somehow get a landlord replying to you and they want payment to process a viewing, don't entertain them, full stop. Nobody takes payment up front, just to show your house. I know a lot of people who I spoke to via the Discord, and they say the same. If it was when Leena wasn't there doing what they're doing, I don't know what I would have been doing, probably in a job. Every opportunity knocks on your door. He knocked on my door 2 years ago, I didn't open it. I saw it, I looked out the window, I didn't understand it, and I was watching, learning, and then going on YouTube and trying to see who else is doing it. And then coming back to Uzma and Leena, and then that light bulb moment early this year, I thought, you know what, I've just come back from Saudi Arabia, I did my Umrah, I'm going to start fresh, what am I going to do? I always have that second source of income, third source of income, even though I've got a job. So I thought, right, Airbnb, we're going to give it a shot. I'm going to follow Uzma and Leena. This is what she's left for me, 9% alcohol, not that I drink, and a little card to say thank
lovely.
you.
To the host, thank you so much for letting us stay in this amazing house. You have been an amazing host, and we can't thank you enough. Best of luck from Josie and family.
She made me smile. All the hard work paid off, to be honest with you. You feel like everything that you've done till 2 o'clock in the morning is well worth it. So this mattress massages you while you sleep.
What? Wait, let me just have a feel of that. I can feel it with my hands, yeah. That is crazy. What gave you this idea to add in a massaging mattress? I didn't even know this existed.
The guy that I used to work for, he sells massage mattresses. So I told him, can I have one? He says you can have all of them. Every stay that you get, £5 per mattress is what I want off you. So
is he a close friend of yours?
A very good friend of mine, yeah.
Okay, so he's kind of helped you here. This is another amenity for you. Massaging mattresses. Is this added in your description?
Yeah.
Wow. What have your guests said about
Guests loved it. Can't wait to have the rest of them in.
I saw outside that you already have a nice car. So what's the motivation for you to start a business like this?
So right now, I'm actually working hands-on. So I've got a food takeaway, so I'm constantly delivering and filling food. I wanted to go automated so I can travel the world, so everything's on my phone. And that's the purpose that Airbnb has been banging my head for the last 2.5, 3 years, but not acted upon it. And all I'm going to say to your viewers and people who are following you, if you want to do it, the sooner you get in, the less regret you'll have like I have.
So you already have other businesses on the side, but the reason why you started this business is because you don't want your work to control you. You want to be able to control your businesses, and it's not tying you down to a location.
That's right.
and your goal is that you want to travel the world.
Yeah, I do. I try to travel every year, twice a year at least, but it'll give me more time.
And what's the check-in procedure? Do you have to physically be here to give them the keys?
No, I just put it in the lockbox the night before. So I'll come in, have a quick whiz round, check everything's all right, there's no cobwebs sliding about and stuff like that. Leave the keys at the back door, the front door, in the lockbox, and I'll give them 15 minutes before they check in. So I won't give them 3 hours prior. Make sure the deposit has been collected, payments come through, or usually if it's Airbnb, when they check in the following day you get that, so that's not a problem.
So you have a very smooth check-in procedure, I'd say. You have a lockbox in place, you collect IDs, you make sure payment is confirmed, and you also make sure agreement is signed. So I know downstairs you mentioned some of your guests, they broke the beds.
Yeah, I don't know how you break beds. That bed was broken, the king size bed was broken. The mattress, I think they spilt some sort of water fluid or something, so I didn't want to use it. I could have used it, but again, the hazard perspective comes in place. If it's been spillage, you've got to be careful. So I just got rid of the mattress.
Did you lose money?
No, I charged it for 2 mattresses on the bed.
How much did you charge them?
1,350 quid.
How do you find it then, dealing with guests like this that are damaging your furniture?
Part and parcel of the game. You're gonna have to understand that. Whether it's bed sheets, whether it's pillow, whether it's the bed, it's a game that you're in. Be prepared.
Was this renovated by you?
No, the landlord did that.
Was this after you got the unit?
No, he renovated it before. But there was issues with damp outside, so I have made him aware. So he's probably going to do the pointing and the roofing sometime soon. I made it clear to him, so he said, yeah, no, we'll get that sorted. So he's quite on top with things like that.
Yeah.
He likes his property.
So let's go downstairs then,
Yeah.
and we'll sit down in the living room. So Anwar, let's pretend that there's someone there, they're watching you, and they are someone that also wants to get started with this business. What would you say to them?
A, be prepared to get your hands dirty. B, don't take no for an answer. C, the moment you give up, you've failed. So if you've not given up, you've not failed. Ask yourself the question, am I ready to commit? Am I going to get on my hands and knees and get dirty? Am I going to get results, or am I after the money? So the idea has to be, what is your goal? What's your purpose? Why do you want to do Airbnb? The moment you've got that love for doing it, you will grow faster than you can eat rice. So anybody who's watching this, I will say, get in, all in, and get it done. Don't waste time.